contact Dr. J. Gladney at 662-255-1731 or Dr. Nolan Elsie Sr. at 662-346-6085. Classes begin on August 19th.
That's right. Classes begin on August 19th, and I have in the studio with me Dr. Jeffrey Gladney and Dr. Nolan Elsie Sr. How are you two distinguished gentlemen doing on today?
I'm blessed and highly favored.
Fantastic.
Well, good. It's so good to see y'all.
It's good to be seen. Good to be in the studio once again. I feel at home. I've been missing this place.
Yeah,
Y'all don't invite me down too much now, babe. What's going on with that?
You know, pandemic keep everybody away from everybody.
Don't blame it on pandemic now. Okay, then. Good.
I only come when I need it to.
I know that's for real.
But yeah, we're doing the best we can to keep everything safe here and sanitized. So when people have to come in, you know, they won't be coming in meeting no germs and stuff, you know.
Amen.
So I make sure that I keep my Lysol and my wipes and stuff, you know, here handy. So you know, I've been fighting the world trying to keep it.
Trying to keep safe.
Yeah.
Trying to keep safe.
Yeah, but
That's how you do it.
Yeah, we just believe in God. You know, He's gonna keep protecting us. So you know, we're doing our part.
Amen.
That's how we
We're
do
doing
it.
our part, and you know, this pandemic is keeping a lot of people on their toes. You know, with the Word of God.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
And they're really finding out that, you know, the Word of God is being fulfilling.
That's right.
That's right.
It's being fulfilling.
It is.
Exactly.
Yep, and so I have you guys here with me on today. You know, a lot of people, you know, have been finding out that, you know, since the churches have been closed during this pandemic, this is a time that you really need to know God and the Word for
Right,
yourself.
right,
You know,
right.
now they're seeing what the Bible meant when it said, you know, study to show
Show
thyself
yourself
approved, so
unto God.
that you can rightly divide the word of truth. Because
Right.
you'll meet some jokers now that'll make you go into your thinking room.
They
That's
will.
right.
You know, because they got a philosophy now that if you don't know the word for yourself, it will change you.
That's
It
right.
will
right.
change your mind. So that's why you got to rightly know how to divide the word of truth.
That's right.
So with that being said, today we're here to talk about how you guys can help people know how to rightly divide the word of truth.
We are excited to have Mississippi Baptist Seminary in Tupelo. Of course, for many years it was only the seminary down in West Point. A lot of people have to travel to Memphis to go to seminary. But Mississippi Baptist Seminary is located in Jackson. We're fully accredited. That means that some subjects in other areas can transfer to our seminary, and those classes that you take at Mississippi Baptist Seminary can be transferred to other institutions.
Okay.
We have 2 degree tracks. We're doing a certificate track for lay people, maybe somebody who just don't want all of the other Bible things. They can come and do a certificate track. And then we're doing the master's track, bachelor's, our bachelor's track for our preachers. Mississippi Baptist Seminary has a unique classes, unique setup, very affordable. We're doing something very, very unique this semester. We're offering for lay people, we're offering the Sunday school administration. And that's going to be taught by Miss Gloria Cox. And anybody who know Miss Gloria Cox, they know she's going to lay it out each night. This class is for our superintendents, our Sunday school teachers, anyone who teaches Sunday school, anyone who wants to know more about Sunday school, any church who's struggling with growing your Sunday school. You can come up to the Spring Hill District Building and you can take classes from Ms. Cox that will be accredited from Mississippi Baptist Seminary that will help you with your Sunday school lessons. And she's not going to be going over Sunday school lessons. She's going to be teaching methods, and she's going to be teaching practical things about Sunday school administration. She sent me the name of the book that she's going to be studying out of. In Need for Urgency of Outreach and Inreach in the Sunday School. It's by William N. Bockham. That book was written by William N. Bockham, and that's the book that she's going to be using this semester. And the hope is that all of our Sunday school teachers, our Sunday school superintendents, those persons who desire to maybe want to teach Sunday school can come and take this class. This class is geared to help churches, pastors, and lay people. And so that's one thing we can do at Mississippi Baptist Seminary. We can help build up churches. And most people say, well, you know, I go to school, I go to Bible seminary, I go to all these places, and I don't get anything that's practical. We offer practical classes. Last semester we offered evangelism, and it was taught by Reverend Lowell Walker, and I'm telling you, he laid it out every night. He laid it out every night. And so that's the lay people's class. Pastor Elder, did you want to say anything about Sunday school administration?
Just before he jump in, because you know every time you come and talk to me, you just jump in and start talking.
I gotta go with it. I got a lot to get out. You
just jump in and start talking. But I want you to explain to everybody the name, the words Baptist Seminary, because a lot of people thinking that it's just for preachers and ministers.
That's why I started out with the lay people's class. Mississippi Baptist Seminary is not just for Baptists; it's for everybody in this area.
Any
denomination who want to go to school. Well, you know, you can go online. You can go to Birmingham. You can go up to Memphis. You can go all the way down to Jackson. But to get it here in this area, what we've done is Mississippi Baptist Seminary, they have on-site classes. And the same class that you can get in Jackson, you're getting here in Tupelo.
Yes.
We are not in competition with the seminary down there in West Point or no other seminary. Our desire is to grow churches, grow pastors, and have biblical education at an affordable cost in this area. That's our desire. To help people who say, man, I really wanted to go to school. We have a lot of preachers who just started preaching. We have a lot of associate preachers. We have even pastors that haven't been to school.
Right.
And you don't have to drive up to Memphis.
Right,
you don't have to drive Birmingham, these other places. You can come right here, and you can get what you need. Then go on further if the Lord desires. One thing about school, and this is what people have to understand, is that it's not an overnight thing. This is a commitment.
Right.
Going to seminary is actually a calling.
That's right.
It's just like passion. If you want to be a better teacher, if you want to be a better preacher, you got to be called to do that. Yes, of course, it's going to be time consuming. Of course, it's going to be a financial burden or component of that. But if God bring you to it, all of that'll pay off.
That's right.
It'll all pay off.
Right.
And so what we're doing to help all churches, all denominations, is helping to fill that void of having quality Sunday school teachers through that one course, Sunday School Administration, which is a required course in Mississippi Baptist Seminary. We offer practical courses. And that's why when I said, man, I want that class to go, who can teach it and make it come alive? And I thought of Sister Gloria Cox, and then Reverend Elsie said, man, you know, that's the one.
That's the one.
That's the
right.
one. Sister
Right.
Sister Cox, she can do it.
Yes.
And each night, I'm looking forward to sticking my head in the door and waiting with bated breath to hear the transformation of what's going to happen.
And she's well schooled in the administrative area of Sunday school, because this is the work that you know, since I've known her, this is the work that she's, you know, best proficient at doing that, you know, organizing and getting people in Sunday school on the same page, working with superintendents, and you know, working with you know, the teachers, you know, and then
breaking it down.
Right, she breaks it down.
That's true. That's true. Cause you know, I've seen how she works with the women department.
Oh yeah,
How she gets them all to come together, you know, and they sit there with listening ears.
Yeah.
So I know she's going to be very effective in her teaching of the Sunday school class.
And she works with that in all those areas with the same tenacity. She's going to put her all in it.
Yeah,
that's right.
And anyone who comes and sits under her when they leave Mississippi Baptist Seminary, whether you know they do the certificate or the degree program,
they're going
to know, you know, that they have the best, you know, of knowledge when it comes to administrating Sunday school within their local church. And let me say this too. We use that term, you know, Mississippi Baptist Seminary, because it's been around for a while, but we are open to anyone, you know, who has a desire, you know, to expand their learning. I mean, it's just,
grow.
And grow, you know. I mean, this is to anyone, layperson, whatever church you want to come from, affiliated with, we're going to make things available for you.
Bam, let me ask you this. Have you ever heard a bad sermon that you wish that person would have studied more?
A lot of them, Pastor.
Okay, now that's good because we're doing this semester. Not only are we enriching our churches and pastors by helping grow their Sunday school, but it is our desire to help preachers learn how to develop a sermon effectively.
Yeah.
PM 115, Introduction to Biblical Hermeneutics. Now you have to take Introduction to Biblical Hermeneutics before you take Homiletics 1 and 2. We have 5 components at Mississippi Baptist Seminary, and each one tier upon the other. We've all
break that word hermeneutics down.
I am.
You're going to get to it?
I'm going to get to it.
All right.
We've had Old Testament last semester. We're doing New Testament. You have to do New Testament on Tuesdays before you can be enrolled in biblical hermeneutics on Thursday. Really, you're supposed to have Old Testament, New Testament, then biblical hermeneutics. But for all of our associate ministers, all of our pastors, male, female, if you are interested in learning how to really develop your sermon study, develop better sermons, come to Introduction to Biblical Hermeneutics. It's going to be offered on Thursdays. All of our classes are from 6 to 9. And Reverend Noel Walker, I had to keep him on the schedule. He's going to be teaching that course. Hermeneutics is biblical basic principles of how to study the Bible. Now, homiletics is dealing with the preaching aspect.
Right. Exactly.
But a lot of times people try to go to homiletics and hermeneutics before they have Old Testament, New Testament, and those survey classes. But if you really need to have gone through Old Testament and New Testament, and then hermeneutics, and that's the reason why we're able to offer introduction to biblical hermeneutics, then hermeneutics, then homiletics 1, then homiletics 2.
So the introduction is the beginning stage.
It's the beginning
to teach
stage.
you how to develop what you're going to
Say.
say and put it in the correct order. You know, as we call it protocol.
Right.
Because, you know, I'm going to ask you a question, Dr. Gladney. Have you ever seen a pastor, a preacher get up and they take a text
and don't talk about the text?
Talk about the text.
Well, see, the book that Reverend Walker is going to be using is Text-Driven Preaching by Daniel Skinn. Now, let me back up and say this. You have homework, you have written work, you have midterms, you have finals. Also, there is an attendance requirement. You have to be in class. Now, we know things come up, but if you miss more than 3 nights unexcused, you are really in violation of not our code of conduct, but our manual that we go by. You have to be in class. You have to be in class, and you have to do your work. You will get grades at the end of the semester. Now, the midterms and finals are up to the professors, but you're going to have midterms, you're going to have finals, you're going to have written reports, 5-page reports, 10-page reports, whatever. You're going to have checkups, you're going to have work to do. This is school. This is not this is not per se just a workshop. This is school. And in school, you have to do the work. And Reverend Walker, Sister Cox, our other instructor I'm fixing to talk about after this one, they know the requirements, and we were successful last semester. You know, a few of them got leery about some of the work, but they did it because you know they pile on the work now. It's not just that you just coming up there, you're not getting nothing.
And they did, and our students we had last year, they really did an outstanding job. Doing the work. You know, and
because you got to do the work.
You got to do the work in order to get the credit.
You got to do the work now.
It ain't just where in school where the teacher just go ahead and pass.
And you can't buy this degree. It's not one where, where they say, well, I'm just going to pay. And y'all, no. This is, you have to have your bottom in the seat.
Well, now, Dr. Gladney, online, you can buy titles and degrees and stuff.
Online, but you can do online learning, but... don't go there, man.
You can just...
No, man, we talking about Mississippi Baptist Center. We talking about something that's for real.
But I mean, it's so much stuff out there now, where you can bypass the teaching.
Dr. Elson, help me, Dr. Elson.
And the difference is,
on the road.
and the difference is you don't have that foundation.
Right.
You don't have no substance. substance.
See, man, you gonna make me start sweating. Listen, this Mississippi Baptist Seminary, you have to do the work. They care about developing lay people.
And that's what a lot of
preachers,
churches is
ministers,
missing, you know,
pastors.
from leaders and stuff, is that developing, you
The
know.
development.
And one thing about that is that once a student has finished at Mississippi Baptist Seminary, it won't matter if they're going to pastor a church or preach somewhere in Chicago, somewhere in Mississippi. The moment they hit that pulpit, you know, that congregation, that pastor will already know. Oh, you know,
they qualify.
He's had it together.
They're qualified.
Yeah.
Because I mean, people that are so into the word now can tell when you ain't studied.
Right.
And when you get up before people, and you know, you as y'all call filibustering when y'all be preaching it, you know, people can tell that, you know. And then some people will turn a deaf ear to that.
Right.
And so, you know,
go to sleep on it.
Right, and you don't want to lose people like that. So that's why, you know, y'all offering these classes so that they can make sure that they are fully developed.
Who was that was preaching? You was shouting down when they was preaching. You play it. No, you play it. You come back, y'all play the sermon. He was getting down. I don't know, but he was getting down. But it says the purpose of this course is to enable the students to develop a sound method for biblical interpretation. The student will be introduced to the basic principal steps and major resources available for practical biblical exegesis. And so that's what the course for biblical hermeneutics is going to do. And again, it's going to be taught by Reverend Lowell Walker. And our last course, we're offering 3 courses this semester: Survey of the New Testament. And I'm excited about this teacher. He just finished his Master's of Divinity from ITC. Works down there at Shaves, I think, down there with Aaron. I'm excited about Matthew Freeman being able to give back and put some of the things that he have learned.
He has great insight.
Into practical use. And the thing about being seminary trained is if you don't reach back and train other people, you kind of lose some of that training. And that's what seminary is for. It's for you to reach back and train other people. We don't obtain knowledge to keep it. We obtain knowledge to give it away. And so I'm excited about being able to pull Matthew Freeman alongside of us and with us. He's seeing me.
Right. Yeah, he's seeing me.
And Lowell Walker, he is not National Baptist. He's Southern Baptist.
Yeah.
And see, Sister Cox, she is Baptist. And so our teachers have different backgrounds and varied.
Because you're not just going to be teaching a Baptist doctrine. You're teaching the word.
We're teaching the word.
Yeah.
And all of them bring, you know, diversity
to the
classroom.
To the table.
So,
And so the courses are Survey of the Old Testament. That's going to be on Tuesday. Introduction to Biblical Hermeneutics on Thursday. Sunday School Administration, it may be on Tuesday and Thursday. We're going to see how many we get enrolled in that course. And we're in the Spring Hill District building. We're going to be spread out. If we have over 10 students, we may be in that fellowship hall. You know, that big old room with the gym.
It's a huge building.
Yeah, so we're going to be able to spread out. We're going to be able to be social distance.
But the classrooms are...
the classrooms are big. We'll be able to move those middle patricians and spread out. If we get over 18 people in one class, we'll go to the gym area, and if we get over that, then we'll go online.
Right.
We're not going to be up there with more than the number that CDC allows us.
Exactly.
We will be. We'll have our hand wash stations. The building is sprayed. It's going to be cleaned and all of that, and so we'll be within all of the allotted guidelines. Mississippi Baptist Seminary sent down guidelines. They have Zoom set up. We have where we can go online and all of this in case COVID-19 have continued outbreaks. And I told them, you know, what we're planning is to be socially distant in that big old building.
Right.
And so we won't be around each other. We'll be in where we can space out, where we can learn.
Right.
And then we're still close to home.
Right.
And people, it don't take people more than 10, 15 minutes to get home.
Right.
And so we have that all in our favor.
And what time do the classes begin?
Classes start August 19th. Session begins August 20th. August 20th, 6 to 9, Tuesdays and Thursdays.
6 to 9.
And this semester runs from August to December. Last day to register is August 24th, if they don't push that back. We have the Labor Day holiday, then classes resume in September. Our midterms are in October. We have our Thanksgiving break, and then our finals are in December. This semester ends December 18th. Then we break, and then we come back in January. We come back in January with the new session. And so it runs from August to December. That's our fall semester session. And so we are excited to be able to offer biblical training in this area that is accredited. And we also have a site in Oxford. Okay. We have a site in Oxford. They've been up and running way longer than we have. Exactly. They've graduated several people. They have a great success rate. We have sites down on the Gulf Coast, Biloxi. We got sites everywhere.
Right.
And so we were just excited.
Down Delta. You mentioned Delta.
Delta. Yeah, we were just excited to be able to get this site here in Tupelo and to be able to offer it to people here in our area. Not just Baptists, anybody who want to be trained. Anybody who want to be trained can come. And we pray that the Sunday School Administration course will be a blessing. Biblical hermeneutics will be a blessing. Survey Old Testament. If you're associate pastor, you need to be trained. You need to come. Yeah. If you're a new pastor and you want to seek out fellowship and mentors, you need to come. If you're a lay person who just want to study more, learn more, then you need to come.
Right. Yeah. And then, too, I want to say this, we have several individuals who have graduated from Mississippi Baptist Seminary, who are alumnus there. And we're going to ask them also, just come and share with us sometime, just give us a shout out, to kind of encourage other students while they're here at night, while we're doing our night courses, which would help us out a lot.
That's true. That's true.
People want to do this.
Dr. Gladney, he already knows that my next thing is, when I'm bringing up a subject like that, if you do have any funds laying around that you just don't have to use, call my number. Amen. And we'll see to it. And let me say this also, if you make that available, we're going to make sure that whatever funds you give, whether it be large or small, we'll make sure that you get credit for it.
Right.
Tax write-off.
Yes, tax write-offs and so forth. Okay. We're fully equipped to handle all of those areas also.
Right. That's right. You won't believe this, Bill, but Aunt B is one of our students.
Really?
Yes. Aunt B is one of our students. And she come to class and she do her work.
And she did, listen.
And she did evangelism. Evangelism. She didn't do Old Testament, but she came on Thursdays. Brenda brought her. Brenda did both of them. Okay. Brenda did Old Testament and evangelism. And on Thursday, she brought Aunt B. Aunt B, one of our students. She registered in everything. Aunt B, and if Aunt B
be everywhere.
But if she can come and if she can study, anybody can come. I told my wife, I said, Aunt B and Claire. She said, no, it ain't Aunt B, it's somebody else. And I FaceTimed her that night, and she talked to her. She said, yeah, it's me. And if that can't motivate people to want to come and learn, then I don't know what will,
You're right.
And she did a great job. She had to take all the tests and things.
Wow.
So, walking on take these on nobody.
he's straight up and straight to the point.
We had a number of deacons who came to the class.
Deacons, Pastor McWhorter. Marvin McWhorter.
And they were senior pastors,
Wow.
Yeah.
Like I said, you got some people in your midst now that they put you in your thinking room.
Yeah.
And you got to know how to answer them.
That's right.
And they want to answer right then.
Yes,
and if you tell them something where they don't believe it, then you got an argument coming up.
Yeah.
So you got to know how to handle that.
Yeah. You're right.
Because these kids coming up now got some new stuff that I'm unfamiliar with.
Yeah.
And they sharpen their thinking. And they got so much out there that's opposing them to where you got to know how to keep them where they need to be.
You got to know how to work.
And the thing about that is, Sister Bridget, is that you know, the book tells us that we ought to rightly divide the word of truth.
Yep.
And if you don't have the tools necessary to rightly divide it, then you pretty much, talking from the top of your head.
That's true.
And that's not good when you're
It's
trying
not.
to lead people,
It's not. It's not.
And so, Mississippi Baptist Seminary Bible College will start August 20th. Classes are going to be Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to 9. These classes are very affordable. Continuing education classes are $60 per course. Is for 3 hours, and so that's $360. And then our bachelor's courses are the same, and so that's $60 per credit hour. It's very reasonable per semester. That's for the whole semester. And the classes, we have to meet 3 hours to stay
Get accreditation.
through accreditation, and all of our guidelines come from Jackson.
Right.
They have just finished being fully accredited, and so we're under stifter guidelines that we have to comply by. We can't break any rules. We have to go strictly by the book, and we are so thankful for being accredited. And that means that all of our work and degrees, they carry weight. Amen.
Yeah.
The same as up in Memphis,
Right.
Memphis Theological, the same as you would go anywhere.
Anyway.
You're now able to get those degrees here in Tupelo at the Spring Hill District Building, and you really can't beat that.
That's awesome.
You really can't beat that. You can't beat quality teaching, quality education in your own backyard. The seminary down at West Point was what was the one down at West Point?
Ministry Bible Institute.
Which one?
M&I, wasn't it?
M&I.
Okay, you get
It was the only
that's
one.
the same. It's the
Yeah,
same.
Yeah, it was the only one in this area for a while that was really training preachers on a quality level that was accredited. We're not in competition with anyone. We're just trying to do our part in our neck of the woods to help somebody. And that's just, my stance. I don't want nobody hating on them. They over there trying to do something new. Haters gonna come, and I'm learning to appreciate that. Folk been talking about me since I've been back in Mississippi. They're gonna continue to talk. I'm glad they're up there doing something different. It's not me that's doing this. This is a God thing, and we are excited. That you don't have to drive a long way, that you can get something to help build up your church. You can't sit back and complain and say, well, my church lack these teachers and lack this, when right here in your backyard, you have a place to come get your people taught and trained. Men and women, AME, CME, United Methodist, whatever you are, non-denominational, you can come and be a part of quality education in your own backyard.
Exactly.
And once again, tell them the prices of the course.
It's $60 per credit hour. So we meet 3 hours. So it's 60 times 3 for that whole semester. That's for the certificate and for the bachelor's.
Right.
Okay.
And so it's very reasonable. It's very reasonable. And that money is not due until the end of the semester. So if you register in August, if you're a new student, you have to pay the registration fee. I think it's $35, something like that.
Right.
Returning students don't have to pay that money. And so that money is not due to way over into the semester, this, that, and the other, as long as you get it paid for December.
And students are responsible for the purchase of their own
material.
textbooks.
Order your books and things like that.
Yeah.
And do your work. But we don't beat you up about the money, but you have to get it paid so that you can get credit for it in Jackson.
And receive your certificate.
Receive your certificate or your degree, because at the end you'll end up owing all this money. Why all this money? Well, you didn't pay when you were going along, and now they gonna need your check before you get your degree. And most schools on the first day of school they register. You have tuition, and you have to pay that before you go to class.
Right.
But here we're able to be a little bit more flexible, because when Sister Stiff calls you got your money? Yeah, we got it, And when it's time to send the check, we send it, And that type of thing we do. We have to make sure that we're sending that check so we can stay sound as a site.
And let me just give a shout out to some of our churches also.
Yeah, come on.
Some of our churches have been big supporters, financially, and I want to thank them. And we're going to ask those churches, who've been supporting us in the past, if they would, to please
Continue.
continue
Mhm.
to support us, because the school is, it is really, enhancing, I believe,
Yeah.
those who are coming. And I believe that they are learning for a purpose, and that is to lift up Jesus,
Yes.
with the best tools that they have from our seminary.
Awesome.
We want to thank, he mentioned Johnson Chapel, Zion Springs. We want to thank those churches. We want to thank, like we said, all those persons who have been helping us in the past. Our moderator Trailer, our state president, President Leslie Mabry. We're under the umbrella of the General Progressive Baptist State Convention. But this is not a denominational thing, it is a learning thing. Anybody who has a thirst for learning and knowledge, you can come. Male or female, we're not excluding anyone. Because see, what the point that we missed, and even though I'm good Baptist and I ain't gonna lose my church, but in the last days he said, I'll pour my spirit out upon all flesh, upon all flesh, and I'm gonna let that word sit there and marinate, stay where it's gonna stay. And so if you really want to be trained and you really want to know more about the word, then you can come do like IB, come be a part of something great,
Yes.
And if IB can do it, you ought to be motivated to do it,
That's true.
You ought to be
Amen.
motivated to do it.
Amen.
Somebody who has withstood the test of time and say, I still want to learn more. That's stretching.
Mhm.
That's stretching. So associate pastors, new pastors, pastors with associate ministers, man, send them up there to us. Send them up there to us. And we're going to make sure that they come back better. My associates are there. Both of my associates are there. Reverend Betts, Reverend Solomon. Reverend Solomon has a doctorate degree. He comes from the CME denomination, and he says, Pastor, I want to go through that training because you said it's worth it. And he's going through the training.
Awesome.
Reverend Pagan, he's in school. He's pastoring now. He's set up under me. And he has a thirst for learning, and just got on the phone with him when I was speeding to get here. He's learning more now. And so all of the persons that are directly connected with me as far as preaching, they're going through these courses, and they're excited about it.
Great. Awesome.
They're excited.
So, tell everybody if they have any more questions after today, how they can contact you.
You can call me at 662-255-1731, or you can reach Dr. Nolan Elzy. He is the person to contact. Tell him your number, Doc.
But my number is 662-346-6085.
Amen. We want to
We're
thank
glad to hear from you.
We will be. We didn't get no calls. I'm sad about that, but that's okay.
Everybody want to call in. You want to call in if you
No,
got
we good, man. We'll go back.
620-1940.
But no, we're excited. Thank you, Belle, for allowing us to come on Community View
Mhm.
and to talk about Mississippi Baptist Seminary. It's our fall semester starts in August. We're going to be in person unless our numbers dictate otherwise.
Mhm.
If our numbers dictate otherwise, we will be doing our classes by Zoom or through an online format.
Okay.
And those classes are fully accredited, every one. These are not continuing education units. This is not a fly-by-night school. You can look the school up online. Mississippi Baptist Bible College and Seminary in Jackson. Make sure you do the one
Off of Lynch
in
Street.
Jackson, off of Lynch Street.
Yeah.
And you can look at our COVID response, our accreditation status, our college president, Dr. Cheeks, our office assistant, Sister Stiff, and you can read all about the school course requirements, the required courses for your degree area. And you will be blessed with being a part of Mississippi Baptist Seminary Bible College.
Awesome. I noticed that your theme says, being certain.
In uncertain
time.
time. In uncertain time.
Most
right.
definitely.
That's
it.
right.
You need to know what you know
That's right.
in these uncertain times.
That's
Yes.
right. That's right. To
Yes.
God be the glory.
Well, it's been great talking to you, Dr. Gladney.
It's good,
and
as
Dr. Nolan
always.
Elzy.
God bless you,
We're
dear.
gonna have you guys back, probably a week before classes get ready to start to give
Okay.
everybody a reminder
Okay.
and an update of how you're going to proceed with these biblical classes.
Amen. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you guys once again.